How's it going, people? It's Liam Caddison here, and we are reacting to Harry Potter's second movie, which is The Chamber of Secrets, as we continue the Harry Potter franchise, which the first movie got a lot of support on Patreon. I haven't put this out on YouTube yet, and I'm not sure if I'll probably do so with the second film, but the Patreon reactions, not only are they going to be full-length, but they're also going to be like a couple of movies ahead, like I usually do with normal reaction videos anyways, but yeah, a few people were very stoked with the prospect that I was given this franchise a chance to be impressionable on me, considering that I said in my previous reaction how younger me was always ignorant and always fancied going on computers rather than watching Harry Potter with the rest of the class. So yeah, and I really thought the first movie was a good starting point. It was a good starting foundation to try and captivate those who are wanting to get into the franchise, and yeah, like I said, it was pretty good. It's left us with a few points to explore as we come into the second movie. Voldemort, he's still out there. I'm really excited for Harry, Ron, and Hermione's growth as well, coming into the second movie. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see how this movie compares to the first movie, because I do hope it's a step up from the Philosopher's Stone, because I always want to see that growth, and hopefully we will with this movie. So I am pretty excited to get into this and see if my intrigue for this franchise continues to grow, and I suddenly become more immersed into the fandom. So fingers crossed that does happen. So with that said, let's get into The Chamber of Secrets. This is the second Harry Potter movie. Let's go. Is he back in the dust? Has he actually been given a bedroom? Stop the presses! Aww.
I can't let you out, Hedwig. I'm not allowed to use magic outside of school.
Ooh, no, that's
Besides,
a big... Oh!
If Uncle Vernon...
Harry Potter!
Not one. All summer.
Who'd want to be friends with you?
You don't deserve to wear that bow tie.
I think you'd be a little more grateful. We've raised you since you
Bow
were
ties
babies.
are reserved for cool
At our
people.
table. Even let you have Dudley's second bedroom purely out of the goodness of our hearts.
Not now, Popkins.
Harry Potter. Such
Who the
an
fudge?
honor it is.
Who are you?
Dobby, sir. Dobby,
Dobby.
the house elf. But never has he been asked to sit down by a wizard. Like an equal.
Can't
Oh,
have met many
uh,
decent wizards then.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't. That was an awful thing to say.
please.
Bad Dobby!
Stop!
Bad
Dobby!
Dobby! Bad
Dobby,
Dobby!
shush! Dobby, please stop!
Oh,
It's
don't
just-
mind that.
oh,
It's just
God.
the cat.
Shouldn't be angry with Dobby. Dobby.
Have you been obtaining
Harry
his...
Potter thought his friends had forgotten him. Harry Potter might not want to go back to school, sir.
Give me those. Now.
No!
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no! Oh, and this looks incriminating.
I'm so sorry. It's my nephew. He's very disturbed. Meeting strangers upsets him. That's why I kept him upstairs.
You mischievous dick.
Turning! Escaping!
Let go of me!
Oh, no! You and that
Let him have the
bloody
boots.
pigeon aren't going anywhere!
Get off! Drive! Red, right!
Oh, dearie me! Just glad we didn't have to put up with them as long as we did in the first movie, because Liam is not prepared to have an aneurysm today.
Bed's empty. No note. Car gone. You could have died. You could have been seen. Of course, I don't blame you, Harry, dear.
They were starving him, Mum. There were bars in his window.
It is like if you bring your best friend over to your house.
Harry Potter.
Rory's
Good Lord.
dad.
Are you really? Well, Ron's told us all about you, of course. When did he get here?
This morning, your sons flew that enchanted car of yours to Surrey and back last night.
Did you really? How'd it go?
I mean,
Well, that'll be Errol with the post. Oh, fetch his Willie Percy, please.
Poor bird.
He's always doing...
diagonally.
That worked. It wasn't as...
Diagonally.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't as clear as... Ron. He's ended up somewhere else, hasn't he? No? You're not going to come live? Good. Just be wary of everything, Liam. Like that! Like that!
27th week atop the Daily Profit bestseller list.
Oh, God.
He had no idea that he would in fact be leaving with my entire collected works free of charge.
Talk about fame getting you the rewards.
We have a very different idea about what disgraces the name of wizard, Malfoy.
Clearly
Tell him, Brian.
associating with muggles.
This guy...
A nice
Yeah.
little family could sink no lower.
Yeah, I think it's clear to tell how Draco gained his arrogance. Don't like Lucius.
Come on, come on.
Train will be leaving any moment.
Okay, that's not supposed to happen.
Oi! What do you think you're doing?
Sorry.
We just fell.
Right.
You know, if this was 2020, I wouldn't be surprised with the shit show we were having. I'd be like, seems about right.
Your hands all sweaty.
I mean, Rose didn't say that to 10. This didn't happen
I think we found the
for
train.
Rose to 10 as well. Another happy landing?
Look at my wand.
Be thankful it's not your neck.
True. Unless there's a spell called Reparo Carreras. I think this car's done. Ooh.
Not to mention the damage you inflicted on a Whomping Willow that's been on these grounds since before you were born.
Honestly, Professor Snape,
It's not the
I think it did
greatest.
more damage to us.
Silence!
Seriousness of what you have done. I will be writing to your families tonight, and you will both receive detention.
Plus side for Harry, I don't think the Dursleys would give a toss, to be fair.
And pour a little sprinkling of soil to keep him warm.
Bloody hell! Oh, did he...
Longbottom's been neglecting his earmuffs.
I was wondering, is someone...
Just fainted.
Yes, well,
Oh.
just leave him there. Right, on we go. Plenty of pots to go around.
An inquiry at work, and it's entirely your fault. If you
Jesus.
put another toe out of line, we'll bring you straight home. Oh, and Well, Ginny, dear, congratulations on making Gryffindor. Your father and I are so proud.
Good on Ginny. But yeah, Ron.
Cornish pixies.
Okay.
Freshly caught Cornish pixies. Laugh if you will, Mr. Finnegan. But pixies can be devilishly tricky little blighters. Let's see what you make of them.
Oh, God.
I'll ask you three to just nip the rest of them back into their cage.
What a dick.
What do we do now?
You released them. Oh, man. That works. See Hermione proving how she's such a
Why is it always
queen
me?
again.
Uh-oh, I smell trouble. I, Professor Severus Snape, do hereby give the Slytherin team permission to practice today, owing to the need to train their new seeker.
Of
New
course.
seeker. Who?
Of course.
Malfoy? That's right. No one asked your opinion, you filthy little mudblood.
Hey.
She'll pay for that one, Malfoy. Eat slugs!
He's gonna, yeah.
You okay,
Poor Ron.
Come here. Don't you think on it, Hermione. Don't you think on it for 1 minute.
You're amazing. The hell with Draco. He's just jealous of your awesomeness.
Harry.
Oh no.
What?
Sorry?
That's great.
That voice.
Voice?
Only he heard it. Beware.
It's written in blood.
Could they not get a pen? Cheap bastards.
It's Filch's cat. It's Mrs. Norris.
What the shit?
She's not dead, August. She has been petrified.
Ah, thought so.
Oh,
So
okay.
unlucky I wasn't
So
there.
she's like
I know
kind of
exactly the
paralyzed
kind
right
of
now?
test that could have spared her.
But how she's been petrified, I cannot say.
Ask him. It's him that's done it. You saw what he wrote on the wall.
The air alone would be able to open the chamber and unleash the horror within, and by so doing, purge the school of all those who, in Slytherin's view, were unworthy to study magic.
Muggleborns.
Times. No such chamber has been found.
Professor, what exactly does legend tell us lies within
But with
the
this
chamber?
message showing up,
But the
like I guess
chamber
the first
is
time in
said to
1,000
be
years,
home to
don't
something
discount
that
it.
only the heir of Slytherin can control. It is said to be the home of a monster.
Delightful.
If Malfoy is the heir of Slytherin, he could attack half the Muggleborns in the school by then.
I know. But it's the only plan we've got.
Take this with caution if we want to use it right, I guess, but... For now, Malfoy is just a suspect. Son of a bitch. Why are you... Oh my god. He's everywhere. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dearie. My lack of empathy. Oh shit!
Harry Potter has caught the snitch!
With one arm. Jesus Christ, these...
Finite incantatum!
Can sometimes happen. But the point is,
Oh, no,
you can
no,
no
no,
longer
no,
feel
no,
any
no,
pain.
no,
And very
no,
clearly,
no.
the bones are not broken.
Broken?
Liam's
There's
freaked.
no bones left.
Much more flexible, though.
Yeah!
Oh, Mr. Malfoy, stop
Because
making
you know
such a
what
fuss.
Harry
You can go.
needs?
Out of my way. Out
A
of my way.
flexible right
Straight
hand.
for me.
You better clear off before my bones come back, Dobby, or I might strangle you.
Dobby is
Look.
used to death threats, sir.
He's
Dobby
not
gets
doing
them
this out of
5
malice
times a
means,
day
but
at
still,
home.
it's dickish.
I don't suppose you could tell me why you're trying to kill me?
Not kill you, sir. Never kill you.
But he could have killed
Dobby
him.
remembers how it was before Harry Potter triumphed over he who must not be named.
It is as we feared, Minerva. The Chamber of Secrets has indeed been opened again.
That's it, you can't dispute that message on the wall.
You mean the Chamber of Secrets has been opened before?
Of course.
History
Did you
repeating
see?
itself.
Lucius Malfoy must have opened it when he was at school here.
To know me, who would ever talk about ugly, miserable, moping, moaning Myrtle?
Oh!
She's a little sensitive.
A bit.
First, teach the students to block unfriendly spells, Professor.
That might work.
Excellent suggestion, Professor Snape.
Oh my god, these two
Let's have a
characters
volunteer
just bounce
pair.
off each other well.
Potter. 2.
Inverte status!
Yeah, there we go, he jumped the gun. He's taking advantage of the rivalry.
Rictus Emperor!
Ipera Ivanaska.
Damn!
Harry, listen to me. There's a reason the symbol of Slytherin House is a serpent. Salazar Slytherin was a parcel mouth. He could talk to snakes too.
Exactly.
The Sorting
Now the
Hat
whole
did
school's gonna think
consider
Ron's great, great,
putting him in
great grandson
Slytherin.
or something.
But I'm not. It can't be.
Oh lord.
Caught in the act. I'll have you out this time, Potter. Mark my words.
You didn't catch him in the... Oh my...
Pity you had to see him on a burning day.
Like, he
Talks
always gets caught
of the
in...
Phoenix, Harry.
Incriminate...
The
Oh,
burst into
Phoenix.
flame when it is time
Okay.
for them to die. And then they are reborn from the ashes.
Like the Phoenix. Makes sense. Aww.
But I must ask you, is there something you wish to tell me?
No, sir.
I mean, he's putting his trust in you, buddy.
How thick did you get?
Come on, let's get him.
Never take free cupcakes, okay? Congratulations, Harry, you've regenerated.
Harry?
Father always said that Dumbledore was the worst thing that ever happened to this place.
You're wrong.
How? Keep you cool. Keep you cool, Harry.
What? You think there's someone here who's worse than Dumbledore? Well,
You!
the last time the Chamber of Secrets was opened,
a mudblood died. So it's only a matter of time before one of them is killed this time.
Oh, shit.
I hope it's Granger.
What's the matter with you two?
Oh, please.
But the apologies potion was only for human transformations. It was cat hair I plucked off Millicent Bulstrode's robes.
Oh!
My face.
Look at your tail.
And still, that looks better than the Cats movie.
Here I am, minding my own business, and someone thinks it's funny to throw a book at me.
Wait,
But it can't hurt if someone throws something at you. I mean,
a mudblood
just go right through
died.
you.
Sure!
She's
Let's
a...
all throw books at Myrtle because she can't feel it. 10 points if you get it through her stomach!
Can you tell me?
Please, Tommy. That lot of good this is. I stand corrected. 13th of June. Hey, that's not far, actually, from right now.
The person responsible was caught.
Is there something you wish to tell me?
And history's about to repeat itself, apparently.
Very well then.
Kind of parallels, isn't it?
It wasn't him. Aragog never killed no one. Never.
Monsters don't make good pets, Hagrid. Now stand aside.
No.
Stand aside, Hagrid.
No.
Just full on accusing him.
Hufflepuff doesn't stand a chance. They're stronger, quicker, and smarter.
And not to mention, they're dead scared that Harry will petrify them if they fly anywhere near him.
Well, that too.
Leave my house alone!
McGonagall.
Hermione!
She was found near the library, along with this. Does it mean anything to either of you? No.
The other governors and I have decided it's time for you to step aside. This is an order of suspension.
Get out!
You'll find all 12 signatures on it.
I want to punch him!
You've rather lost your touch. What with all these attacks?
Just like Hap in the OA, I want to punch him!
That help will always be given at Hogwarts to those who ask for it.
Shall we?
I love him. I love him.
You heard what Hagrid said. Follow the spiders.
Head into the dark forest.
Follow the spider brick road. Follow the spider brick road.
Wait, spiders? Why couldn't it be follow the butterflies?
Hagrid, is that you?
We're friends of Hagrid's.
Oh no! No!
You're Aragog, aren't you?
The girl was discovered in a bathroom. When I was accused, Hagrid brought me here.
Safety.
What?
So many bigger spy. Oh, yeah. No, that's too much for me.
Glad we're out of there.
Oh, no.
Arania!
Don't like it.
Exit me! The water. There was water on the floor that night. She only saw the basilisk's reflection.
You have to see it with, like, direct stare, not like with something third party, I guess. Oi.
Spiders flee before it. It all fits.
But how's the basilisk been getting around?
I'll just be in my office getting ready.
God damn.
The monster's taken Minerva.
Oh, man.
Ginny Weasley.
No!
Is there anything you can do?
Yes, now you mention it. I'm rather gifted with memory.
I had a feeling when he was acting
you see, all those wizards
skitterish
would have gone black,
he's
and
gonna
I'd never
bolt,
have
isn't
sold
he?
Another book. In fact, I'm going to have to do the same to you.
Don't even think about it.
With the sellotape.
Hi, Homer. You're welcome to share my toilet.
Thanks, Myrtle.
No, Lee.
Say goodbye to your memories.
What a scum... You tosser. You idiot.
Do you live here?
No.
I love this. Oh.
What do I do now?
You wait here and try and shift some of this rock so we can get back through.
She wouldn't.
It was Ginny who set the basilisk on the mudbloods and Filch's cat. Ginny who wrote the threatening messages on the walls.
Why?
Because I told
Because you
her to.
corrupt... Son of a
Can be very
bitch!
Persuasive. Not that she knew what she was doing. She
You
was, shall we say, in a kind of
manipulate...
trance. Still, the power of the diary began to scare her. Voldemort is my past, present, and future.
What? You bastard!
You.
It was an anagram!
The heir of Slytherin. You're Voldemort.
Tom Riddle was...
You didn't think I was going to keep my filthy muggle father's name.
CGI looks brilliant. Griffin's back for more. Holy shit! Griffin's back for more. I love this. Stay quiet. This would be a very unfortunate time to sneeze. Man, the CGI is just really incredible.
In a few minutes, Ginny Weasley will be dead, and I will cease to be a memory. Lord Voldemort will return. Very much alive.
Fuck you, buddy. Ah! Oh wait, is that a sword? Oh! Go on, you got this, Harry. No, no.
Silly little girl. What are you doing?
Oh.
Stop. No!
Destroy the phylactery. Yeah, I was going to say the transference would have been reversed. Oi. Poor Ginny.
I just wasn't quick enough.
Oh, is he gonna heal? This bloody phoenix. Oh.
He transferred some of his powers to you the night he gave you that scar.
And that was one of them.
Transferred some of his powers to me.
Shit.
Not intentionally, but yes.
Unless
So the sorting hat was
he was
right.
planning to
I
live.
should be in Slytherin.
It's true, Harry. You possess.
Oh God. Oh God.
So this is your master. The family you serve as the Malfoys.
Lord, no!
I think you slipped the diary into Ginny Weasley's cauldron that day at Diagon Alley.
Do you?
Shit.
Why don't you prove it?
Master has presented Dobby with clothes. Dobby is free.
Yes! Free elf!
Shall not harm Harry Potter.
Dobby! My shining star's back! Hug! Why? I love the appreciation. Everyone standing Hagrid is just wholesome material. It's getting teary-eyed. You love to see it. Okay, so I had a bit of a problem because I know there's a post-credit scene. I don't think I'm going to be able to capture it because my OBS was playing up in terms of not showing the PIP in the window capture. I had it on the right source, but as soon as I disabled the screen when the credits rolled and turned it back on, it just wasn't working no matter what. So it's a bit of a bummer, but it wasn't anything too grandiose. It was just poor Lockhart in, like, it looks like he's gone to a mental facility and has written a book, Who Am I? So, poor guy. See, that's the thing with his character. He was so fun, yet he was such a scumbag as well, because he was only pretending to be this grandiose hero, and yeah, he was just playing everyone, and the signs were there for his character. I thought he was a fun character, don't get me wrong, but the signs were there, like with Harry's arm when that got broke in Quidditch. He completely flopped on that one. Not just that though, but when we had the student dueling thing, he only aggravated the snake rather than helped make it disappear. So yeah, that was something, but I really did love his involvement. I was kind of hoping, like, with his characterization, he would somehow appear in the next movie and the next movie, so on and so forth, or whatever. But he was very fun in this installment. Not reputable, but a very, very fun character. So yeah. I thought this movie was a great continuation from the first one. It was pretty enjoyable. It might have been a bit drawn out, personally, but I thought it was great going into the mystery and debating if Harry is the heir, if he truly is, like, if he should have been in the Slytherin house. Because I did make a comment saying there was that contemplation with the Sorting Hat that he should have been in Slytherin, but yeah, it was really great to revisit that and ponder if Harry was in the middle of this whole mystique. And I just loved some of the twists, like Tom Riddle, like his Muggle name was an anagram to "I am Lord Voldemort." That was a very great twist. I wouldn't have pegged Tom to be Voldemort, and it was such a really awesome twist to have, as well as the fact that he was committing life transference from Ginny to so he could return. And not just that though, but he manipulated her. He essentially, by means of a phylactery, um, he he essentially used Ginny to try and complete the work of, I think it was Salazar Slytherin. So yeah, with the diary, he couldn't risk continuing the work, so he left the diary so Ginny could carry out his work, and lo and behold. So yeah, but it was such a great twist. It was such a fun twist to have, and I did love the fact that they used someone, I guess, not as known like Ginny. Yeah, they used someone not as known, because I think she was in the first movie, but they used Ginny so much as a catalyst, as her being the culprit. Like, they could have used someone that we know too well, like Draco, or they could have used Hermione, etc. But they managed to add some kind of I wouldn't say characterization, but development on a lesser known character, and I really liked that. So yeah, but it was just really good. It was just really good to have that involvement with Voldemort, and not just that though, but this essentially being the second fight, because we had a kind of a fight in the first movie, and now we have that fight in the second movie. But funnily enough, Voldemort has always used a proxy in terms of his fight against Harry. In the first movie, he was piggybacking off that teacher, wasn't he? And the second movie, he unleashed the serpent, which did seem to have done a number on Harry, but thanks to Fawkes, it was no big deal. So yeah. But not just that though, but there was no like physical alterations between Tom and Harry. Possibly because transference was still going on, and whilst he was nearly complete, it would still like be fighting a phantom, wouldn't it? So yeah, so there really couldn't have been anything done there. But I really like the idea that the possibility, should I say, that you could still have Voldemort be the, I don't know, main, and like the final fight would always be with Voldemort across all of these films, as long as it's done in a creative way. I thought this was a really creative way, like in terms of differentiating the Voldemort we faced in the first film to this film. So yeah, and it was I think it was his younger incarnation as well. It seemed to be like I am Lord Voldemort, and that was and that image at the in the final showdown was of that flashback that we saw what was it, 50 years ago or something like that. So yeah, which was nicely explained, and a nice way to try and corrupt Harry's like quest. So yeah, I really liked that little peek into the flashback when Myrtle died, because I think that was no, that wasn't the confirmation that Myrtle died, but I was having suspicions that like the person who died was Myrtle, especially since we were seeing her ghost hang around with Harry and everyone. So yeah, but she was a very, very interesting character, and not gonna lie, I do kind of ship Harry and Myrtle, but enough about that. Yeah, I thought she was a very, very interesting characterization, very fun, like very eccentric, I felt, and a good part into this to weave into this mystique, being the casualty when that whole stuff was happening 50 years prior, and we threw the suspicions on Hagrid, of course. So yeah, I didn't suspect it would be him whatsoever, but it was a nice way. This film just kept trying to throw you off the true scent with Harry. Is he the heir? Did Hagrid do this? So yeah. But then again, he was always viewed as innocent, but it was just an accident. But he was still. I think that was the case when we went into that flashback that you might have done this accidentally, but you still took a life. So yeah, but it was still a nice way to try and throw us off. But yeah, I did love the idea that we turned back to Harry possibly being the heir, and that Parseltongue was a rare trait, but we did learn at the end of this episode that some of the abilities Voldemort passed on to Harry was one of them was Parseltongue, but that was the main culprit to why he was able to speak in Parseltongue, because of Voldemort. And I was wondering, like, maybe he was trying to take Harry's body as a new way for him to live, like he can inhabit Harry's body, like like he's piggybacking off his vessel, like the Lich that he essentially is. So yeah, but it was great to return to that aspect. But speaking of, I'm wondering if I do think that Lucius, like the way that they described him dropping the diary into Ginny's possession, which would force Voldemort to use her. I have this feeling that he is somehow he's somehow tied to Voldemort. So yeah, that was what was going through my head, like during those final moments when he dropped the diary there. But Lucius was a good addition, not conclusion. What am I saying? He was a good addition to the story, as well as to elevate Draco's presence in this. I was just thinking, I don't think we got too much of Draco compared to the previous film, but we did. I kind of feel like that was balanced out with Lucius, who seems to be a bit more intimidating. But I do think that there is, like, especially with how he was going to attack Harry, and then Dobby stopped him. I do think there is a greater play for him in terms of his associating with potentially Voldemort. Because I can't see them pulling off a character who is stern and intimidating and not be an evil threat twice, aka Snape. And plus, the fact that Jason Isaacs is playing him is kind of like solid territory, because I've watched the OA and he plays such a fantastic manipulative adversary there. So it would be very, very great to see him play that kind of intimidating threat. He's very intimidating in this film, but to be more of a threat in like later movies potentially would be very, very incredible to see. So yeah. But I did feel like this was darker than the first installment. This did add layers. We turned away from the introductories into this new world, and we pressed onto a more narrative structure, I feel, with Mystique's going on. And I did love that some of the elements, like passing through the seasons, was still incorporated, but it wasn't more of an introductory into the world of Harry Potter. This was uncovering more of what was happening with the Chamber of Secrets and what happened 50 years prior, and all of these potential ties that Harry could be the heir, that maybe Draco could be the all that jazz, and the fact that we focused on the threat, on the crisis, should I say, of the Mudbloods was a very, very nice touch. And I liked the fact that we did touch up upon that, like that aspect, because whilst whilst we have like these different associations, like you could be pure, you could be pure blooded, you could be mud blooded. It was very interesting to see how I guess normal people can be thrown under the bus. I mean, you had Draco hurt Hermione's feelings, which was very, very heartbreaking to see. I really felt so bad for her, like just being discriminated like that. And now they are being centralized in this fray. It was really interesting to see how people who like mudbloods are centralized into like this. What would I call it? They were being thrown in the ringer in this movie. So yeah, I really liked that aspect. But yeah, the idea of manipulation was also a very, very nice touch, with Lucius seemingly playing Ginny and Harry playing Lucius, Lockhart playing everyone basically with his, you know what, there's this grand adventure, and then you find out he's been siphoning off other adventurers, so yeah. And then Voldemort, of course, with his scheme, so I really liked that idea. But it was also really good to learn that both Harry and Tom, they have similar paths, like they had no proper homes to go to. Um, and there are Muggle relatives that they have that they do have issues with, like Tom didn't want to be associated to his family, and Harry doesn't as well. Like the only family he has left are his arrogant aunt, uncle, and cousin. So which we got to see a bit of focus on them as well, and not too much drawn out compared to. Well, the first movie was to establish the hardships of Harry living with his shitty relatives, but I liked how how lesser of a focus we had with their relatives in this one, because I didn't think we needed it to be drawn out. But it's interesting because they did give some leniency to Harry, the Dursleys, but they're still arrogant as fuck. They are still really vulgar pieces of shit and very intolerable. So yeah, they have shown a bit of leniency. I judged with the idea that he's no longer living under the stairs, but also the fact that their language towards him has kind of softened, but it still maintains that venom, if you get what I mean. So yeah. But I also like the idea that we had that, like I said, with the whole air situation, that prompted me going back to the first movie where oh, the Sorting Hat did almost place him in Slytherin. So I'm glad that there was that focus, but I also like the idea that Dumbledore, he had that assurance that be good, things will be great. You'll be great. You're not Voldemort, because we had that crisis that maybe me and him are the same. Especially with the idea that not just do we parallel, but he transferred some of his abilities to me. But the difference is Harry has that heart. He has that choice. So I really liked the fact that Dumbledore did ease tensions with him. So yeah. But there was some really fun moments as well. It was admittedly a darker film. Not that I'm complaining, because it was very tense. Spider-Bit? Nope. I liked the students dueling. That was pretty fun, especially seeing Harry and Draco face off against each other. It was something that I wanted to see since there's such a rivalry going on. The whole incident with Harry and Dobby was a very, very interesting conclusion, though. Like, this is the thing, he was trying to do good by warding off Harry not to return to Hogwarts. He wasn't throwing any malicious intent, and the fact that he was that he was serving the Malfoys was a nice addition to the feud with Harry and Draco. But yeah, he was trying to do good, but I just couldn't help but think during the whole situation with Harry being imprisoned by the Dursleys, and you know how they're going to get if Harry, well, if they think Harry's causing a ruckus. I was just like, buddy. Just, but yeah, I really like the idea that he did, at the end of the day, save Harry. So, yeah, it was really good stuff. So he was a very, very fascinating introduction into this film. And, yeah, Harry and Ron, when they had to go to Hogwarts the long way around, that was a very, very interesting and funny sequence of events. You just felt so bad for Ron in this movie because, well, Ginny, her life was being siphoned by Creepy McCreep. And not just that, though, but the humorous, unfortunate incidents that happened, like his wand, his car was going through the ringer, and yeah, he had to endure spiders, so it wasn't Ron's movie, admittedly, but it was still very, very good stuff. But not just that, though, but where they dressed up as Draco's henchmen, I guess, that was a fun sequence of events as well. Very tense, because there was some personal feelings that were being pushed, and moments that could have, fell apart, but yeah, it was fun, those sequence of events. So yeah, but I thought like this movie, I liked the flow of this movie. It was really good. Like I said, it felt a bit drawn out, if I'm going to throw any gripes, but admittedly, I thought this was a very tense film. It was very fun to continue on, like, to continue the story of Harry Potter, and him having this crisis. Maybe me and Voldemort are the same. The fight with the serpent was absolutely amazing, and the CGI was absolutely beautiful as well. And it was just a really fun movie. I just really enjoyed how well this flowed. I will say, I think this was I don't know if it would be better than the first movie. I'd have to have some time to think about that, but I do think this was a great addition to the first movie, where the first movie laid down the foundations of the Harry Potter franchise. This movie did nicely expand upon that and create a good narrative and a good scenario with the Chamber of Secrets, and introduced some new fascinating characters into this world. So I thought this was a very good follow-up from the Philosopher's Stone. So that leaves episode number 3, or it's like Star Wars, I'm calling them episodes for some reason, but the third film, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that next week. I'm probably going to, since I'm relaxing my schedule a bit more. But yeah, keep an eye out on Patreon. This will already be up, but yeah, keep an eye out for the schedules and whatnot, and this was a really, really good movie. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!